Thanks to the thinness of modern flat panel TVs, it's gotten pretty easy to cram them in really tight spaces or mount them on the wall, but I'm willing to bet that none of you have a TV that can do this. Now, at this point, I know some of you are probably saying that rich people have been hiding TVs in ceilings and custom motorized cabinets for years. But what LG is doing now is a little bit different. So today we're here at LG's brand new NA headquarters to check out some of its most advanced tech yet on a new $100,000 TV. And yes, that's the actual price. The TV is simply called the OLED R. And as you may have guessed by now, the R stands for Rollable. Currently, the OLED R only comes in one size and features a 4K, not 8K resolution. But in a lot of ways, that says even more about how hard this thing was to make. Not only does LG claim the OLED R takes 2 months to produce, it's taken more than 2 years to bring the product from a prototype to a true retail device. On top of that, because nothing like the OLED R has ever existed before, LG had to think up new ways of moving its flexible, ultra-thin screen around while still delivering durability that LG says can last up to 100,000 rolls. But my favorite part is that LG says the OLED R doesn't suffer any trade-offs in image quality. And after seeing it in person, they ain't lying. With over 8 million self-lit pixels and new Dolby Vision IQ tech, the display's colors pop like fireworks and everything looks tack sharp. And in keeping with LG's other TVs, the OLED R specs are great too, including support for 120Hz variable refresh rates and 4 HDMI 2.1 ports. The tech doesn't stop there though, because the front of the TV is also a 100-watt 4.2 channel Dolby Atmos speaker, so you don't need to mess up the OLED R's good looks with a soundbar. And I appreciate how every detail has been accounted for, like the little flap that covers the slot the screen comes out of when it's not in use. It's just super slick. And in case that's not enough, the OLED R can even serve as a speaker when you're not watching TV, while its special line view mode lets you show photos or things like a faux fireplace, even when the screen is half raised. The only things I don't like are the price and that there aren't any larger models available, especially with premium big screen TVs nowadays often hitting 85 inches or more. So now that we've gotten a chance to check this thing out, I've got some thoughts. Now with a price tag of $100,000, the OLED R is clearly way out of reach for most people. But at the same time, I think it's important to remember that this TV is literally the first of its kind. And in the future, if LG can get that price down, I think the OLED R would make a great alternative to something like Samsung's Serif TVs. But more importantly, instead of having a black rectangle permanently mounted to your wall or your media console, I think a lot of people would love tech that can appear when you need it and then disappear when you don't. And the OLED R does exactly that.